Today we're at my local salvage yard because I instinctively bought a vehicle that I knew that I had to save. I come to this yard often and I've never seen this car here. They've been hiding it from me in a place that I never would have expected. On the complete opposite side of the yard from where all of the same make vehicle is stored.
So it's over here somewhere. It's tucked in behind the Ford Explorers, which is super random. That's why I couldn't find it. It was hidden. Ta-da! Nothing pains me more than seeing a car like this in a place like this. This is a 1995 Audi A90. They did not make a lot of these in the United States, and they made even less the Sport Edition, which we're gonna find out if this is. It might not be, but even then, it's still a rare car, and seeing it in here. Now, the biggest thing when it comes to buying a car out of a salvage yard like this is paperwork. You gotta make sure that you can title it, otherwise it's not really worth your time. Fortunately, somehow, this car, I was able to get all the paperwork that's needed for me to register it. So that's why I pulled the trigger on it. Otherwise, it wasn't worth it. It would be worth it for parts, but I'm getting this thing back on the road. We gotta fix this thing up. I can't see it in here. I can't leave it. Now, this is a certified New England car, and I usually try to avoid buying New England cars. This car came from Vermont, which is even worse than Massachusetts, rot-wise. But Audi used galvanized body panels.
Right from the outset, the fully galvanized body has to be produced with the utmost care and precision.
Yeah, it's clean. All galvanized, baby. It's got the aftermarket Miglias, disc front and rear, all-wheel drive. It's got that Quattro system. Somebody stole the latches out of the door here. I made a deal with the guy. We're gonna get some latches. There's a cabrio over here. We'll do that later in the video. But check this interior out. Black leather, 5-speed transmission. It's a little moldy, but none of the seats are cracked. No holes, nothing. This will all come back to life. Yeah, we got some missing armrests and a cracked dash, but guess what? I have a Coupe Quattro that has like the same interior. Also, the cabrio has the same interior. So I have all the stuff to make this car nice. Big crack. However, I did some research and you can get replacement glass for these. The Coupe Quattro, different story, different windshield. But fortunately, this can be replaced. At least that's what the internet says.
You gotta believe everything the internet says.
Yeah, absolutely. The front fender and the door looks like it took a little bit of damage. This might have happened after they put it in here. You can see this Explorer is parked pretty close to it. I was able to source a new fender and door, local-ish, a couple states away. $223K on a V6, 2.8. That's a lot of miles. 1995, it came here 12/16/24. So this thing has been sitting here almost for an entire year. It's been sitting here hiding from me. The Audis are usually way over there. I don't know what this is doing right here, but I do notice there is an Audi right next to it as well and behind it. But I don't know. I'm glad I found it. This car's sick. I mean, it does have like dents all over it. You can see the taillights, same as the Coupe Quattro, big wrap around taillights across the whole trunk. Very classy. I like that look. All right. So the tag that has all the body trim information is in the trunk, somewhere in here. Oh, look at that. It comes with a spare tail light. Hella. Factory Hella lights. Oh, there's the tag. It is I don't think it's a Sport. It is a Sport. So you can see this is the tag that has all the trim packages and everything. 1BE, that is the Sport suspension. So it is confirmed that this is a 1995 Audi 90 Quattro Sport. They only made maybe like 750 of these in the States. What a find. This is an under 1,000 car sitting in a scrapyard. Unbelievable. Boy, I can't believe that I found an under 1,000 production car in the salvage yard. And guess how much I paid for it? With paperwork to get it registered. $650. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. All right. Let's pop the hood. Keys are in the ignition. That's good. Oh, no door latch. Right. I can't believe the seats are in such good shape with the doors being left open like that. All right. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, it's got the 2.8 V6. I wish I had the inline 5, but still a pretty cool motor. This actually made more horsepower, but V6, you know. Now, I was actually able to find out who brought this car here, and I hit him up on Facebook. Turns out I'm friends with the guy, so I was able to find out why it's here. It's here for 3 reasons. Slave cylinder, it needs fuel lines, and there's no exhaust system, just downpipe. Seriously? That's it? Those are easy fixes. All right, enough talking about it. Let's go take those door strikers off the Cabrio, put them on here, and then get this thing back to the shop. Back there. See, this is where the Audis are. 200 feet away from that one. You know, sometimes it pays to just come here and walk around. It's kind of therapeutic. I like it here. So back here behind this tree, the white car, that is a Cabrio. It is a convertible version of the coupe. It's got the same paint as my coupe does. You notice the hood's missing along with the headlights? That's because I already took them. For the coupe. It turns out I didn't really like the way it looked. I like the B3 style on the coupe. But the dash in this thing is in really good shape. So I might take this for the 90. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, dude, I could use this. I could use this. The steering wheel's even nice. All oiled up. No holes. But what we're here for today are these. These guys, somebody stole these off the Audi 90, and we gotta take these off of here and go install them on that car so we can get the doors closed. Almost thought I didn't have the tools I needed, but thankfully I got this little guy, Icon, coming in clutch. I was able to get my Allens that I need. We can take this off. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, one. Other side. Somehow it fell off the other one pretty easily. But this is just kind of in there. There we go. There we go. All right. Always test your strikers before you close the door. Hell yeah. Oh man, it's so nervous. Oh, she's up there. We did it, boy. Too late to turn back now. right up to it. Keep on coming, keep on coming, keep on coming. Keep on coming. All right. Well, we got it back to the shop. That was quite the ordeal, but if you take a look, we've got a few issues. Maybe that's why we had such a hard time. Every single wheel, the lugs are loose. I thought it had something to do with the suspension, maybe. No. So I think the first thing we need to do before addressing any of the cosmetic stuff or even cleaning the interior is getting it running and driving and stopping. So let's get it up on the list. Let's take a look at it. Okay, pretty solid for the most part. Don't get me wrong, there's some crusty bits in here. This heat shield, gotta go, but the body is nice. Ooh, we got a big dent right here, probably from the forks. Definitely from the forks, or maybe the rock that they put it down on. That can get banged out once you pull the seats out. This got pushed up to the driver's side. I was wondering, the carpet's got it's raised a little bit. That'll do it. Probably the forks or the rocks they put it on, pushed up on the body here. No big deal. Once the carpet's out, because the carpet's gonna have to come out, it's disgusting in there. We can hammer that all back down. Like I said, it's galvanized steel too, so it's pretty solid, honestly. Considering, all things considered. They've got rubber hose replacing the fuel lines, and they left the fuel lines. You can see these are in terrible shape. So I'm curious if that was the fix to get it to run, if that's where it was bad and not up in here. I wonder if we can get fuel to this and start it. Because this could have been done after that guy sold it. You know what I mean? What a hack job. Hey, at least I got a bunch of fuel line I could use on something. Not for fuel injection systems. Gotta be careful with these seats because they're a little crisp, a little dried. I don't want to crack them. And when I bought my coupe, first thing I did is I kneeled on the passenger seat and my knee went right through it. Crack. Well, they were meant otherwise, but oh well. Fuel pump. It sounds good turning over. Nice and healthy. Is there fuel on the ground?
Doesn't look like it.
The gauge also says empty.
Could be bone dry.
So you got injectors, spark plugs. Oh, they're right here. All right, I'm gonna crank it over. You wanna tell me if you see a spark on this? Hey, boy, you hear that? It just poofed. And just so you know, we did check the oil. I happened to check it when I first found the car. It does have oil. Just so you know. She wants it so bad. No way. We need a battery, a real battery in this thing. Who would have thought a Mustang battery wouldn't fit in here? Oh, we got it. We got it. Come on, baby. I'm trying to save you. runs. It runs. If it had an exhaust, it would sound good too. That's crazy. It would be nice to get a good set of wheels on this thing so we can roll it around though, huh? Maybe we should zap these off and clean the beads. It'll probably hold air. So it runs. I'm gonna have to order a slave cylinder for it so we can move it. Hopefully everything else works with the drivetrain so it'll actually drive. I think for now, we're gonna address the wheels. Probably pop the tires off, clean the beads, put them back on since they do not like to hold air and they're leaking from the beads. So let's do that. To the wheel machine.
Now you're probably wondering, why would I take off these old, dry rotten tires, clean the beads, clean the tires, and put them back on? Well, the short answer is I'm broke and can't afford new tires, so this is just going to have to do for now. We'll replace the tires later. It'll be alright.
It runs. It's got air in the tires. We need a slave cylinder to go any further. So I guess I'm going to have to order a slave cylinder and we'll come back when it gets here. We're back with the clutch slave cylinder, and it's made by a moped company. The tires are still holding air, and it's been about 2 days, so that's good. Let's get this car in the air so we can pull out the old slave cylinder. Look what just dropped out of the car as I was lifting it up. A mouse! Ah! Ah! Well, I tried to get him out, but he ran under here and has disappeared. So he's in the shop now for good till we find him. I just saw him. He went along this wall and out that little crack right there. So problem solved. Back to business. So if I pop this wheel off, there's an opening right behind all the suspension stuff. And I think I can reach right in there and see the slave cylinder. I think I can see it from here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe. But it's up in there. And it's a tight squeeze, but I might be able to get it. Oh, I see. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a Sachs slave cylinder that's in here, so maybe it's original. Or somebody already replaced this one, and it wasn't actually the problem. Hopefully that's not the case. A headlamp would be good, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, 1/4 turn at a time. Tell you what, it is grimy in here. There's something leaking oil directly above the slave cylinder. So this right here is the slave cylinder, right here, where my wrench is. And I'm trying to take off this hydraulic line, if you can see it, this one. And then it's just one bolt, and it comes right out. Super long extension with swivel. Let's see. I could probably get that. Oh yeah, there it is. Out she comes. Well, we got the old one out, and I've got the new one right here, and they are identical, just about. Pretty much the exact same thing. All right, new slave cylinder is installed. Now we gotta figure out how to bleed these things. All right, check that out. Clutch went from being stuck on the ground to being probably a functional clutch, but we're gonna keep bleeding it a little bit more. I can hear the clutch working when I push the pedal, so I know we're going in the right direction here. And we're getting pretty much solid fluid to come out. And now we have no clutch again. What the heck happened? Well, we might be lucky. That line has a little pinhole in it, which may have just gotten bigger for me, but it could have been leaking this whole time, just a little tiny stream, and that's what got everything, including the steering rack, wet. Fingers crossed that's the case, because I can make a new line. I really don't want to replace that steering rack. Aha! Oh yeah, that's a crusty guy right there. Oh boy. I betcha I couldn't even find one of these if I tried. Guaranteed there's none of these anywhere unless they're used. So I went with brake line. This is like your typical from your body to your caliper. I took this off the original piece, put a flare here with a nut, and then I made this and took the original nut and kept it on there. So I'm thinking that this is gonna work. And there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Well, that actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Let's see if we can bleed it again. So we got the new clutch line in. We got this fancy suck machine from Harbor Freight. It made quick work of bleeding that cylinder. I tried doing it manually, didn't work. Could not get the clutch to disengage. But now, if you listen, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, but hold on. So we can go ahead and remove this. Oh, drip it all over the engine. And we're gonna go ahead and try and start this thing and see if we can get it in gear. Could probably use some fresh gas. Yeah. This is like 7-year-old junkyard gas. Did that spin? The hub? It spun? No! My foot's on the clutch, it shouldn't spin. All right, let's see if maybe I can hold the clutch with it in gear, press the brake, see if it stalls or if it breaks free. It won't even go in gear. It's got to go in gear with it off. Nah, the clutch isn't working. Let's bring it outside and drive it around a little so maybe we can break the clutch free. Oh, the windows work. Oh, they all work. Hell yeah. All right, let's see. That's clutches, I'm all the way to the ground. No, I push the brake down and it just dies. That clutch is stuck. See if I can drive it back in. Hold on. This could be a different length. I mean, like if this is a different length on the one I just put in there, it might not be pushing the clutch enough.
All the way.
Maybe I should pop the slave out.
Is it a pain in the ass?
One bolt.
Oh, try it.
All right, let's do it.
It looks like
It looks pretty similar. Yeah.
Exactly. If anything, it's a little longer.
Yeah, they said, oh, it needs a slave cylinder, but in fact, it was the clutch that was bad the whole time.
Yeah. That would make a lot more sense.
So they cut the cats off of it?
Yeah, they cut the cats off and scrapped it, right?
I know what I'm buying you for Christmas.
What? A light?
A fucking headlamp.
That's a great idea.
I know.
If I'm pulling the tranny, I might as well pull the engine. If this thing's got 223K, I might as well put a new one in it. Should we try doing the pump and bleed and then do this too? Maybe just stir it up a little bit? I'll climb up there if you want to do this.
Get in here.
Ah. It's like fighting to go in gear. It's fighting to go in gear. But if it was on the ground, it would not go in gear. It's just because it's spinning the... Well, I mean, this thing's got 223,000 miles on it. I guess I'm gonna have to just admit defeat on this one. I didn't want to have to do an engine swap this soon, but if I gotta pull the train, I might as well just pull the engine instead. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I guess that's all for this video. A little anticlimactic, but in the next video, we'll probably be pulling an engine. So stay tuned. All right. If you're not already, make sure to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.